Now that Microsoft leadership has officially stated that Game Pass has failed and that basically Xbox has failed and that Phil Spencer failed at everything he did, we can finally say now that Game Pass has been a failure. And I've been waiting to say this for many, many years now, and it is. And we can actually say that Game Pass has failed. Here's the thing, right? Microsoft spent $80 billion on its bet for Xbox Game Pass. It did not work. Like, it just didn't work. Look at this. Wall Street Journal. Game Pass currently has around 30 million subscribers. They were at like 34 million a couple of years ago. And there's people making fun of Destin because he's a fanboy or whatever. It had like 34 million subscribers a couple of years ago. It's down to 30 million. Now, here's the thing, right? They lost subscribers because they increased it to something like $30. So when they reduced the price back to, I think it's like 23 or whatever, Ashish Sharma claimed that the numbers have gone back up, but we haven't seen the numbers. So we don't know the current subscription total, but the last official total, I don't want to say it's official. No, I mean, I guess, look, Wall Street Journal says it's 30 million. And I read this article. I believe there was an insider who told Wall Street Journal this. Look, 30 million is not good. It's obviously not where Xbox wanted it. I think they wanted to be around 77 million at this point. And they were talking about, this BS about, we're going to have 100 million Game Pass subscribers. And that idiot Michael Pachter kept rambling on about, 100 million subscribers. You fucking dumbass. They're never going to reach that. PlayStation's going to reach that with PlayStation Plus before Xbox ever gets to 50 million. To be fair, though, it's not just Xbox Game Pass. Like right here, Xbox Game Pass user count hasn't grown in years. It's not just them. Like PlayStation Plus has been stagnant for a while. Even when they revamped it back in 2022, I think it still didn't go anywhere. And same with Stadia shut down. Amazon Luna is still around, but nobody cares. The subscription thing isn't working. It just isn't working for games. And so it's not just Game Pass, but the problem with Game Pass is that that's the big thing that Microsoft has been funneling all their money into and all their efforts, and it just didn't work on a massive scale. And now what are the Xbox going to do? What are the Xbox fans going to say? Because you remember, Xbox fans for years, like the mindless, propaganda-driven drones that they are, they've been peddling this Game Pass BS for years now because they haven't had anything else to talk about. So now what is it? Because it used to be, Game Pass has so many games. It's such a good price. You have so many new games, and you get new games day one. Well, you don't get new games day one anymore. You don't get Call of Duty anymore. By the way, these are the same people who didn't care about Call of Duty, and then when Microsoft bought COD, suddenly, COD's the greatest game ever, and now suddenly, we don't really care about it that much. Okay. Okay, so now we know how you people function. For the longest time, these Game Pass fanboys, right? And that's what they are. They're not even Microsoft fanboys anymore. They're just Game Pass fanboys because there hasn't been any Xbox really for years. It's just been Game Pass. These people have been blindly supporting this thing like lemmings. And now that Game Pass's value is being destroyed because you don't get any new games and you're paying $23 for a bunch of crap that nobody wants to play and nobody actually plays, that's what's going on. And then Paul Tassi makes a relevant point here, right? So I think the main problem with Xbox going forward is going to be what's not addressed in the announcement, that it has to turn around its core console business, which is true if it wants to compete in HD consoles. And there's still no coherent path to doing so. Yeah, this is relevant because you got to understand, because Game Pass has been Microsoft's only strategy for years, that's what they've been doing. So now they're shifting away from Game Pass because it just isn't working. Financially, just the numbers aren't working. So now their whole thing is, okay, we're going to compete with Sony, and we're going to, again, this is what they're saying. You don't even know if what they're saying is accurate or true because Ashish Sharma is only going to be there for probably 1 or 2 years. And then she's just going to leave, maybe 3 years tops, but she's going to leave. She's not people have to understand, she's not in the Xbox space because she's going to be there for a long time and make it great again or whatever. Dude, she's going to be gone in 1 to 3 years, and then it's going to be somebody else. She's just trying to turn it around in the short term, or I guess technically the long term, because it's going to be a year or over. And that's all. It's the end of an era for millions of Xbox Game Pass users. Sure is, but it'll be totally the end when they shut it down. Hopefully sooner rather than later, although I think they'll still keep running the damn thing because it's making money. But the point is, all jokes aside, Ashish Sharma is only going to be there for a short period of time. She's going to try to turn it around. She's already taken control of Minecraft and that stupid, I think, Candy Crush. She could put that on her resume. She took the 2 big franchises that make a lot of money. She's putting that on her personal list. She's going to tout, I'm so great, I turned them around. And then she's giving all the other games to Activision. They're going to, annualize Halo and all this crap. That's what's going on. But the whole thing is now the question is, okay, well, what's Microsoft going to do, right? What's it going to do? Because now that Ashish Sharma has admitted Game Pass has failed to grow as Microsoft had expected, okay, now what? Are they going to, it's still they're going to keep contributing and ensuring that Game Pass functions because it is making them money. I assume it's making them money. They've got 30 million subscribers. That's making them money every month. But okay, so are they going to compete in HD consoles now? Because here's the thing that I've been trying to explain to people who don't understand anything. Microsoft can't just release a couple of exclusives and try to compete in HD consoles. If they want to compete against Sony, which is that's their rival in HD consoles, the way they do that is they actually have to invest in that HD console space, and that means that they got to spend billions of dollars and probably a decade, probably 10 years and billions of dollars releasing exclusives and trying to directly compete against Sony. And I don't think she's going to do that. I don't think that Asha Sharma is there for that long. She's not going to be there at Xbox for 10 plus years trying to make it work. She doesn't care. This is not her wheelhouse. And that's not why she's there. She's not there to do any of that. They did not hire her to compete as though it was 360 versus PS3. That is not why she's there. She's there to just make money in the next year or 2 or 3 and then get the hell out. So it's like, people keep thinking that, oh, Xbox is going to compete like this. Dude, it's like, we don't even know what the hell they're doing. We know that they're consolidating, which, by the way, for anybody who's like freaking out about it, look, Xbox basically didn't consolidate. So like State of Decay 3, this POS that never is going to come out. Xbox never really consolidated like a lot of these other studios like Activision and EA. Ubisoft, I don't think did either. Sony actually kind of did, but it was like a slow sort of consolidation where they shut down the Japanese studios because nobody cared about them, that kind of thing. But Microsoft didn't consolidate. And so they're consolidating now, and you're going to see annualized franchises. Probably not annualized because the churn is like real. It's like a year per development cycle or whatever. That's too short. But you're going to see like Call of Duty 1 year and then maybe a Halo game the next year. And I don't think it's going to be year after year. They're going to do that like Halo COD. I don't think they're going to do that, but they're going to try to make these things almost as annual. I don't put it that way, almost as annual as possible. So you'll get like maybe another Gears game, you'll get another game the next year, then another game the next year. They're going to try to put these out at a faster cadence, and they said that. They said that that's exactly what they're planning on doing. So, okay, you're going to annualize them. Okay, that makes sense financially, unless people don't buy them, I guess. Like, the point is, you're going to have less games, and they're going to be annualized. And all right, I mean, if that's what they're going to try to do, then put out as many as you can. See if you can flood the market full of your Xbox exclusives, and see if you can compete with Sony. It's just, but if it's the same crappy games that they've been releasing, like you can say Wolfenstein, the last one sucked. You can say you like Wolfenstein, you like Bethesda games. Okay, but did those games get Microsoft the win? No, they didn't. They did not get them the win. So they have to expand their market. They can't keep releasing the same crappy games and assuming they're going to win. Look, the next Halo game is going to have to be really good in order to expand the market. Whatever. I mean, it's Halo. It's a popular franchise. Not anymore, but it can always come back. It can always come back from the dead like a phoenix or whatever, rising. I think the point is, okay, are they going to compete in HD consoles, like legitimately compete? I don't know. I don't know because the strategy, there's a lot of talk, but we don't really see any like concrete action other than very basic stuff like consolidation. So we got to wait. We have to wait it out because they either compete in HD consoles or that's it. I mean, I don't know. You compete in HD consoles. You're not going to obsess about Game Pass anymore because that hasn't worked out. They're going to have Game Pass. They're going to try to be somewhere in the HD console space. But like, we don't know what that's going to look like because they're not clear in their communication. We don't really know or understand their strategy. And I don't think they have like a real clear-cut strategy. It's just going to be really interesting what happens because like I'm very interested in seeing where they go. Like the only reason why I'm skeptical that Xbox is actually going to try to compete in the HD console space against Sony again, like, you know, the old school Xbox is back, like bullshit. No, it's not. The only reason I'm skeptical is because, again, it's going to take billions of dollars. It's going to take multiple years and 10 plus years, basically. I mean, it's going to take like a decade plus to, it's going to take a decade plus. This guy? It's going to take a decade plus for Microsoft to release enough exclusives on a regular cadence, and high quality exclusives they have to be in order to really compete against Sony. I mean, other than that, I just don't see it happening. Like, I don't understand how it's going to happen. It's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk, but I mean, there's just very little action they can take in the moment. And again, it's just a lot of development time and everything. It's going to take a long time. I'm just very skeptical, but I'm also kind of curious now. And given that Sony's shooting themselves in the foot with all this anti-physical disc BS, like, kind of curious what Microsoft does. Although again, I just don't have any faith in them. I mean, they suck as a company. Like when it comes to gaming, I haven't had faith in them ever. I think, but I don't know. It's not going anywhere. And I'm sick and tired of seeing these pictures of her. These are stupid pictures. She's not helping anything. She's not a friend or ally of gamers. This whole thing is a joke. Microsoft is basically dead. And I think we're just like seeing it. I think we're just seeing the corpse kind of like flailing around or something before it fully dies. You know, like it's still got a little bit of life in it, but I don't know.